Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome back, students. We are on lecture 8 part 2 of the mobile application development course. Today we are going to summarize what we have done in part 1 of lecture 8. So we study a lot of things, but here I am going to summarize all of these concepts, such as what are floating action button, what is material design, how we edit intents, and how can you add image assets, and how can you how can you add different images to your mobile application, and uh, what is constraint layout, what is coordinator layout, why we use coordinator layout, and all of these stuff will be discussed today. So with that, let me summarize what we have done in the previous class. So previously we also were having a problem. The problem was that this toolbar class was not recognized, so this was giving us an error. So let me show you once again, let me here comment this out, and you can see we were having this type of error. And I also use this import android.support v7 library but class, but it was again generating some errors. So then I imported the Android X app compact widget toolbar, and now it is working fine, and you can see that the error has vanished away. So let us from very start what we have done so far. So initially we created the main activity, this activity underscore main, and then in order to get these images and all of these text, we created another activity called content underscore main. So let me go to the code, and this content underscore main is using a constraint layout. You know that what constraint layout, it position different elements based on some constraint, like you constrain your app to the left, to the right, to the bottom. And I mean, we already have discussed a lot about constraint layout, but here you can see that we have a text view. It is constrained to the top, to the left, to the right, and then we have image view, which is further constrained to the left and to the top of text view. And you can see all these constraints over here and their values as well. So then we have another image view, and then we have some text view. So this is our content underscore main layout file, and it appears in the activity underscore main. So where we have coded that it should. So we see here that we use tools.showIn at the rate layout slash activity underscore main. So it will be shown in activity underscore main class. So let us go to activity underscore main. So inside this activity underscore main XML file, we created an app bar. So you can see com.google.android.material app bar layout. So first we created a app bar layout, and inside this app bar layout we said that the style will be app theme.app bar overlay, and this will be our app bar. So it has an ID, width and height, the background, and the pop-up theme. So after that we included the content underscore main XML file by writing include layout equals to at the rate layout content underscore main, and then we added the floating action button. And how to add floating action button, we use a library called com.google.android.material.floating action button, and then floating action button, and then we set some attributes, and it will be shown at the bottom end. So you can see here we successfully added the floating action button. And for the image, we said that we can go to the drawable folder, right click new, and then image asset, and there you can select this image from the clip art and do the rest of thing as well. Okay, after that we also created another activity called order activity. Whenever you click on floating action button, we are going to be navigated to the order activity. And then inside this main activity, we inflated the toolbar, and then we set support action bar. The action bar should support this toolbar. We inflated we use the floating action button get the reference of FAB by writing find view by id r.id.fam. You know that all of these objects addresses are stored in a special file called r file, and then whenever user click on the floating action button, we are going to be transferred to another activity by using the explicit intent. So why it is called explicit intent? Because we know the source and we know the destination. And then we inflated our menu by writing an overridden method called on create option menu, and then we use a special method get menu inflator dot inflate. Inflate means you get and translate all these things and you put it inside the Java file. So r dot menu dot main comma menu. So menu is the second parameter that we give to our this get menu inflator or inflate method. And then whenever user click on the menu item, let me show you where the menu item is. So there you can see, okay, when the user click on this menu item, so this setting is the menu item. So what should happen here? We are saying that nothing should happen, we just get the id, and if id is action setting, so we return true, and we also call the super on option item selected method. And then in order if a user selects a different if the user select let me close these files. All right, so if the user select different option like donut, ice cream, froyo, so what should happen? Here we are saying that we are going to display a toast message. For that we created a method, and then for every image clickable image that the user clicks, so this method will be called show donut order. So it is order, and show ice cream order. So all right, so with that I think we are in position to test our app and to run our app. So let me click this run button and let us wait for our emulator to start. So our emulator is starting, but here we are also getting some error. So let's see. So I'm going to run it once again. Okay, we are getting an error and it says execution failed, cannot resolve com.example.design 26.0.1. Okay, so let us go to the Gradle file. So here this is the problem, com.support. Okay, I'm going to search for this error. So it says could not resolve com.support.design.26.1.0. All right. So let me okay. So all right. So we were why not we just make it 29. Compile. Once again I'm going to fail to resolve. Okay, com dot android dot support. Okay, so let me make it uh, 0.0, and once again I'm going to synchronize, and it says com.android support v7. Once again I'm going to synchronize. This library is causing the problem. com.android.support, and so here at the top we are using the 29 version. Okay, so once again I'm going to write com.android.support support compat 28.0.0 com.android.support colon. Okay, I'm going to see this error, and we are going to run this file once again. So till then, laugh is, I'll see you in the next class. Okay, let me just sync it now. Maybe that it get that error, that library. So it's once again it is saying that it is not recognizing. So I'm going to figure out this error, and I'm going to tell it later on. So till then, Allah Hafiz.